FD Signifier. What is it about me that has caused a famous black radical Marxist, such as yourself, to leave such positive comments on my videos over the year? Insert funny comments that you've left on my videos while I say that. And compel you to say something as shocking as...
P.F. Jung might be a true centrist, which makes sense on multiple levels. I have always had an affinity for interestingly scary white people. My wife will tell you, you are playing a role right now that has been played by many a super intelligent, somewhat oppositionally opposed, politically opposed, but sincere white guy that I've had. There's been a different muse like that for me since probably I left college. I graduated from college and I started interacting with white people again for the first time. I'm not quite sure where that comes from specifically, but I know what I appreciate. I think you're sincere in the ways in which we disagree. Some of the ways in which we disagree upset me and like scare me, but I think part of the reason why they scare me is because they do come from sincere places. Okay. And I also tend to think you're sincere in the ways that we agree. Mm-hmm. And then also you're funny and you're good at making content. And you provide a angle and a viewpoint on a certain space in the world, a certain walk of life, a certain perspective. That's the best one. Edit all that, the other shit out. You provide a certain perspective that is not easy for me to access because of how I set my personal sphere up. You know, I don't really have an interest in going. We can have a conversation about what is it, safe spaces and bubbles and shit. I think a lot of the complaining about, oh, you're in an echo chamber, like, I think that's stupid. I think when people complain about that, it's not coming from a really intelligent place. But I do think it's important to engage with genuine perspectives that don't match your own, if not just for the sake of growing your understanding of your own perspective, which I think is something you've kind of preached yourself as well. And so I think you made a video. Your first video was like complaining about me going in on Jordan Peterson. Yeah. And then you made a video about Malcolm X like 6 months later.
No, that was like 2 years. That was like a year before. My Malcolm X video is probably like the 6th video I ever made, or somewhere around there, maybe like around 10, somewhere around there.
And even like going back to not the conversation with CJ, but the conversation you had with Dreg and the other guy, I don't remember their names.
JJ McCullough.
He's
very forgettable. It's fine.
Sorry. Anyway, in that conversation, like you quoted some low-key black radical deep lore. I don't remember what it was, right? But it's the type of shit that I just rarely hear white people like have knowledge of. And then definitely not centrists. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not people that also I don't know.
Jordan Peterson.
Like Jordan Peterson. Good. I was about to name some other really bad shit you did, but I don't want to poison the well.
That's
people that like Jordan Peterson. So that threw me. I'm like, okay, how do these two bodies exist in one? And then I have to pay attention. Mm-hmm. And then you see, your freaking League of Legends videos. I'm like, okay, this is actually just generally good entertainment if you can deal with the things you disagree. And I'm very much in the last year have wanted to, at least for myself and for like the way I maneuver through social media online spaces, dismantle my aversion to things that bother me in other people's politics if there's other things that I find useful. I still have a standard for my own space and the people that I invite into my space, but I'm much more open to going into other people's spaces, kind of soaking in certain things that, maybe I wouldn't in my own space and trying to see what value I can get out of that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I've talked about it before, but like fundamentally my thesis is who you are as an adult is shaped by what your childhood was like. Mm-hmm. And I came from a household where my parents fought viciously, to put it simply. And so I was a mediator. And so I was wired that way, for better or worse. And there's a for better and for worse component to that. But the for better part is, yeah, I can see radically different perspectives and have empathy for both, and see the synthesis or the union there. Gotcha. And so when I come on you, it's like I'm trying to solve a problem, right? And the problem is polarization and division, because polarization and division makes us unable to address bigger problems that will kill us all, right? Like fucking artificial intelligence, national security issues, climate, whatever, insert whatever issue you're most afraid about. Everyone agrees that being divided makes it harder to address that, right? Yeah. And so
there's a pragmatic use to that.
Yeah, yeah. And so I'm sincerely that I'm traumatically wired permanently to be that orientation. Now my tactics evolve. I mean, if you go back and watch my
your tactics are the things that scare me.
Yeah, right. Well, so it's funny.
It's the tactics, and like there's different things where it's like, so like you'll have insightful critiques of the left to me, and then kind of lazy critiques of the right. Does that make sense? You'll repeat,
sure.
In my opinion,
I believe that is your perception.
That's fine. That's fine. You'll repeat, in my opinion, like right-wing talking points that don't actually, like, that you haven't really investigated a whole lot. Okay. And then like have relatively effective breakdowns of like leftist spaces and left-wing shortcomings, especially in like coalition building, online management of personas.
What's an example of me repeating a right-wing talking point less critically than I would a left-wing?
Let me think of something specific that I won't also start a fight.
That we should have a secure border?
Nah, that's that, because I can understand how the average person gets that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But the things that I would bring up are things I don't want to spend an hour debating with you.
That's fine.